Right, let's get going. Let's check everyone can hear. Hello, everyone. I've got to wait 10 seconds to hear if anyone can actually hear me. Hello, hello, hello. Hope everyone can hear me. We will get going and do stuff and talk Eve and bits. I'm a bit low. Let's turn my volume up. Where's my mic? Tell me if I'm a bit low. But I'm going to assume that you can all hear my wonderful, wonderful voice. Right, so we're going to do Zero to Hero or Hero to Zero. Depends on how you look. It's pretty much the same thing at the moment because I have not progressed much. However, I have learnt a great deal, of which we're going to talk about today. Many musings are going to happen about this new player experience that we are doing currently. Spent some money, which is interesting, got some ISK and spent it and then started to earn it again. And we're going to talk about that. I'm having trouble with joiners. I have no idea where she is. I think she's literally fallen asleep. So I've been texting. I've been literally, telling the neighbors to go kick her windows in. But gosh. Oh, do you not hear me? Do you not hear me? Let's double check. Can you hear me? Hopefully people can hear me. We'll give that a sec. Let me just double check if I go to this ear. Well, I can hear me, so hopefully you can hear me too. Oral cotton wool. Okay. Right. Let's move the microphone a bit closer. You're trolling me. Oh, I fell for it every time. Tell me if the level's good. Tell me if I sound like I'm in the bottom of a sink. Tell me if I don't know, if I sound like I'm on Bulgarian TV. That was uncalled for because I'm sure Bulgarian TV is better than British TV now. But back in the 80s wasn't when I was last there. But anyway. Right, so let's go through what we're going to talk about today because we're going to start an epic arc. And I think we're gonna agonize over which one. But I think before we do, let's do a quick status update. Okay, I sound like an Eve player. I think that's an insult of which I probably do. Anyway, I played this game for too long, and I think that is true. Anyway, so let's do a quick status update. We have CO Squad B currently sat on about 60 mil of assets, right? Which is it's not bad. We're currently in manifest. Let's just go back to our normal base. We have a corp we'll talk about in a moment. Working on Sisters of Eve. We're about to do level 2 missions, which is kind of good. But we did a very epic voyage of discovery to realize that actually we can't do industry at all in Exordium, and we're gonna have a little conversation about that. We might do the mining one, yeah. The mining one I think gives you a pie on ear, so you get a pie placed on your ear, which is interesting, which is crazy. Anyway, so I think we will do that one, but let's talk about industry. So the industry, those of you who have access to the Discord, you will see in there some of my workings. I have to scroll up a little bit somewhere. Oh, I've got skin codes. Oh my days, I'm like a proper streamer now. I actually have gone in the wrong direction. No, I'm not. There I am. If anyone would like a stream, no, what do they call it? A skin code, then all you got to do is DM me on Discord. Don't do it in Eve because you'll see the code as I type it in and someone will swipe it from your fair hand. But it's the Outrider. There you go. It's the Outrider. Go to the Discord. You will see the picture of it. It literally looks like Timmy Mallet's shirt. And if you don't understand the reference, just Google Timmy Mallet and you'll see what I mean. It's like an 80s nightmare. It's like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air literally had an explosion in a paint factory and you see what has come out. So, oh, it's just bad. Anyway, right, let's dock first and let's go and do a bit of a catch up. Because I think where we're going in this playthrough, I think, is that we probably have to wait for invention. So let's talk about our discovery. So the discovery is that everything in Exordium attracts a 5% tax. So if we go and make something, we have that Exordium industrial tax of 5%. So add that to the SEC surcharge, which is 4%. You're then talking upwards of 9% thing. Oh, I've got 20 skins. There you go. I don't know if that matters or not. But anyway, so basically creating things in this space is just not worthwhile doing it. And I'll tell you for why. Because if we come to the market, we can see that a capacitor power relay, for example, is on at 61,000 Iskarunis. Firstly, it's Tech 1. Who the hell uses Tech 1? Am I right? The point of industry, the point of invention, all of it is to do Tech 2, really. So I don't think we're going to see industry in this particular thing be any worthwhile. So we may change that. But what I think we're going to do is we're going to carry on. So we have a skill plan, which is going to bring, I haven't got it actually engaged at the moment, but it's an invention skill plan. I did a video on it about 2 months ago. We're going to plug that in, and that's about 2 weeks. So for about 2 weeks, all we're going to do is build on our little blueprint collection, and we'll talk about blueprints in just a moment, because I did a video today which talks about what to potentially prepare for when it comes to the industry thing. And as you can see, I've started a journey here. I have actually borrowed these from CEO Pyrex. I know, cheater. Don't worry, we're giving them back. Well, you can see the ones that I've got because they've got no research. Look, they're currently being worked on. So I did this for illustrative purposes of the video that you're about. You'll see eventually at some point. But anyway, so I wanted to show this because I think the reality is that there's just no point making Tech 1 stuff. So that was kind of what I had in my mind, was the first thing to maybe do was to sort of do some Tech 1 bits and bobs. And the reality is it's not worth doing. Now, there is potential to do some market trading here, though, because as I started plugging things in, I did start building an Excel sheet, a new one, and I started to realize actually there is a very nice market here to maybe exploit. But again, I'm trying not to use third-party tools. So even though I was just analyzing, I didn't really want to go down that avenue. So we won't use the sheet, but I can see that some things in this space are quite needed. So stabilizers, for example, they're selling, okay, 80. That's not bad considering I think it takes 30k to make one. So that's not terrible. If we look at heat sinks, for example, they are dirt cheap. Oh no, I've done the wrong one. One moment, good sirs. There we go. So 94, there you go, even more monies. So I think genuinely there is money here. There is money to be made, but just don't make the product here. Make it somewhere else. I think the reality is you're not going to you're not gonna make the monies here. So I think that's probably what we'll do. So it presents us a unique opportunity, which is we are in Exordium here, center of the universe, if you will, or the galaxy. It presents to us a unique challenge, right? Because we can build anywhere here. Jita, Amar, Heck, Dodixie. I'm pointing in random areas, but the reality is that we pretty much could pick and choose any market and go and try it for a bit, and then war wagon it up and then move it to the next one, because we're going to make something quite mobile, I think. Wow, look at Cloud Ring. Never noticed that before. That actually looks kind of cool. I've never noticed that. It's like a little grid. I quite like that. So I think we're kind of, kind of stuck until we probably do a little bit more research. So that's the discovery of today. Let's go and talk Epic Arc now. So we're going to go and do some of the Epic Arcs. There's two things we're going to focus on for at least the next 2 weeks. Exciting, right? Which is, I mean, hopefully it's exciting. If it's not, then I do apologize. And what you're watching this load of dribble for. So, I can't even find the air program. That's how stupid I am. So the air program is something we are going to actually focus on because I've never completed it. And as you can see, I'm not far from completing some of this stuff. So in just the process of playing the game, I seem to have got to a point where we're certainly almost done on the Enforcer track, which I think is the more fun one to do. And I think we're sort of getting now an Explorer and Industrialist. I think Soldier of Fortune, we're going to go and do some factional warfare. So I think that's how we'll do that one. But I'm definitely tempted to do all of the all of them really, because I think that's kind of what we set out to do. It's new player experience, try and figure out some of the new stuff and figure out what we want to do. So that is the plan. Right, before we start, hang on, someone's literally posting skill cues in the thing. That's very kind. Hey, Kaz. Kaz is just brilliant. Kaz is amazing. Yeah, if you're in the Discord, there you go. You've literally got a hell of a skill list, plan, whatever you call it, right there. That's hugely cool. Thank you, good sir. Right. Again, DM me. I won't do it immediately because obviously I can't. I'm an old man. I can't multitask, and I'm not actually that old. But I say I'm old because it diffuses people. I used to go into meetings, and I would always be the guy that would sit down and go, "Ugh," and then sit down because it just diffused people. It stopped that kind of alpha versus alpha energy in the city, and it worked. It was amazing. It worked. And they'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'm Jed. I go and play squash on a Friday," and I'd be like, "Oh man, I just go and have a pint and a smoke." And it was diffused people. I found that I was always using cunning camouflage. Anyway, so we're going to go and do an Epic Arc. Let's go and do that. So those of you that don't know, it's probably the good, easier way to get some standings going, right? So I would say at the start you can't do all of them. Obviously, they are unavailable to you. You have to be you have to build up standings. But I would say they're worth doing. So I think we've done. I want to say we've done one already, but I don't think we have. There was one that I really did want to do, which was this one, Visions of Greatness. The only problem is you need to be able to fly all 4 starter ships for each of the empires. Now that's not, I guess that's not that challenging. maybe we should do that one. Because all we need to do is basically have like Caldari Frigate 1, Amar Frigate 1. You know, these aren't challenging things to do. What have we got at the moment? So we got, oh, there we go, Caldari Frigate. Again, I don't know why it wouldn't let me put some in. So let's just throw some skill points that way. Right, and let's see if we can quickly. I don't have. I think I'd have to fly a Merlin or something. Let's have a quick butchers and see what's on the market. I may not do this because I think it'd probably take more time to set a ship. Those of you that remember the Corp. Oh yes, we've got a Corp, by the way. We have a Corp. If you're interested in joining along with this load of bibble nonsense that we're doing, then please do join up. There's no limits. Again, we've been asked a few times, I've got a main, this is an alt. It's like, oh, I don't care. Like, you just join. I don't even know how I showed. There you go. Sometime later. I quite liked it. I think we're obviously going to go heavy with the SpongeBob thing. So if you saw the video today that came out, you will witness heavy influence of SpongeBob SquarePants in terms of audible style. Again, all of it legal. It's funny enough, YouTube gave me that music to use, which was very odd. YouTube has an audio library. I don't know if people know that. So if you're ever watching like loads of different creators and you're thinking, hang on, I've heard that before somewhere, it's because YouTube gives you the music. They give you a load of safe tracks that you can use, and basically that's what we do. Anyway, right, so we have a Corp. So if you're interested in joining, you know, it's a bit low energy at the moment, but there's a reason why you should join, because we are beginning to let's just say distribute wealth in a fair and equitable way. What does that mean? Well, we are starting a process of Corp projects, and these are going to be relatively well funded. At the moment, they're not, because obviously I am not well funded in this character, and I can't just give me ISK from the trillionaire character because I don't want it to soil the other one. But I think I'm just going to do a direct donation to Corp Wallet and then basically start putting them into projects. And the reason we do projects, those that don't know, is because if you go and run an enforcer mission, for example, the Corp subsidizes you. It will give you some extra ISK on top of what you do. So, you know, that, I don't know, Bantam that you kill for 5,000 credits in the game, we might give you 50,000 credits on top of that. Think of it as like NASA. That's how NASA's funded. It basically has, you know, do you think a spoon really costs $50,000? Well, that's how this Corp works, is we have wealth and we're going to distribute it amicably and fairly, which of course is impossible in reality. And we are going to add loads more to this. Currently, we've just got a kill non-capsuleers, which is just go rat. We did have a Veldspar one. It might be here. Yes, there we go. So we have a general one, which is open to non-corpies, which is where you can just deliver a Veld to us and have some ISK for it. Does that mean we have Veldspar in our corporate? Oh, good Lord. Good Lord alive. We have a bit of Veldspar. That's brilliant. So there we go. So we're going to have quite a bit of that. Elon of the Corp. Did you just call me Space Elon? Well, he is Space Elon, isn't he? What would Eve Online be? Anyway, I'm not going to go down that route. So as you can see, we're going to set this up to be basically a distribution of wealth corp. So if you want to join, please do. We will have open freelance jobs, but I think we're going to focus initially on corporation projects because it gives an incentive for new players to earn some ISK. That's the reason we're doing it, because it's a fair way to distribute a bit of wealth. There we go. Right, let me just quickly check on Miss T. Let's see if there's any life. No, I'm not seeing no signs of life. I'm gonna I could ring. I think if I ring I might get punched in the throat. We'll give it a sec. We may be Caesaring. I don't know. I think she's probably literally fallen asleep, but never mind. We'll keep going, but don't be surprised if all of a sudden you hear someone join. Anyway, and it's a shame because I literally wanted to use this stream to talk about EVE Online lore. Like, that was actually in my head because I have my Prima strategy guide right here with the story of EVE written in the front of it, which I tell you now has changed massively over the years. Like the original story, oh my gosh, it's slightly different. But the the one in the premium guide is just crazy. Like, it's genuinely crazy. Plus, full of errors. We found errors in the Caldari one. Anyway, let's decide what we're going to do, because we have time with us today, right now, to do it. So let me just close all this, close all that. Right. I think we're going to do this one. It's a mining one. It's a little bit away, so let's just get moving. So I have a ship already pre-fit for this, the HMS Royd Rager. Double check, we have not really much of a fit on it. Let's go. So let's just go. Let's just do it. Let's just be active and go. It's a bit of a jump, so we'll have a conversation as we go. The reason I'm going to do this one is for the Pioneer. Not that I actually enjoy mining that much, but I quite like the idea of a free Pioneer. So we'll do that. And again, I'm just going to hope I don't get ganked. Is it Udema? Yeah, Udema. You watch. I'm literally going to get spanked as I fly through that. But that's fine. If I do, I do. We'll all laugh and we'll sit and we'll slap each other's backs in jest and jolliness. And then I'll just do it again. One of the things I probably should do is set up some jump clones. So bear with me while we travel. And we will go there. So, oh, you've just finished the mission. Nice. Right, let me check the comments. Early game BPs are dominated by research. I would agree with that. Let's go to manifest. Everybody loves margin. Damn right we do. Is the beginning a little adjacent? I don't know what that is. Bloodstained Stars to bring enough DPS to kill Dagon. Yeah, Bloodstained Stars. That's the sisters one, right? Yeah, I remember that one. I think we've got an Algos for that. We've got a pretty spicy Algos that we'll use. Let's have a look. Need to put in other high circles too. Yeah, I thought I did. Oh, and did you know what? We ran out of ISK. So if I look at our Corp wallet, yeah, we've only got 3.5 mil. Donations to the Corp wallet is welcome. Those of you who are billionaires and trillionaires watching this fair stream, please feel free to donate to the Corp. Not me, though, because I can't mess up the run if you do that. So feel free to donate a few coins, the odd copper just tossed liberally in a weird purse of monies onto the table of some time later. Is that what we're called? No, not what we're called, is it? I've already forgotten the name of the Corp. My corporation. Sometime, yeah, it is. Sometime later. If you fancy tossing a copper here and there, then do that, because it'll all get distributed to the brothers and sisters who play. We leave the safe womb of Exordium and we start the scary, perilous trip. I see cargo cans like that. It makes me a bit worried. Yeah, my overview isn't particularly great. I'm not mad on this overview. I think it's because I need to remove things from it. So I don't think we should be seeing cargo cans and stuff like that. Anyway, because I see we're seeing targets in here as well. If I remember rightly, I did a whole video on overviews. We'll probably have to do another one because literally setting up a new overview is a pain in the bottom. But we'll do it. We'll do it. And you can leave and come back, by the way. I don't know if people realize that. Basically, Exordium is a revolving door. You can come in and out. All it means is you can't switch your safeties off. So it is true safe space. I think unless you steal from someone's can, you can't be killed. I could be wrong. No, I could well be wrong. Right, we are making progress. Right, let me try one more time. Let's see if T is awake. Oh, man. We're not very good at streaming, are we? We're definitely one of those channels that's a bit like, we could do a video, like, hell yeah, we could like knock the crap out of a video, but streaming, you have to have quite a bit of wherewithal to stream, I think. Like, to do a video, you take your time. Like, you could just sit there, drink coffee, talk nonsense, surf the web, do another scene, then come back, go and browse Reddit for 20 weeks. Oh, now's a good time to talk about why I'm banned from Reddit. People did ask, so I'll give you an idea now. I'm banned from the Eve subreddit of Eve subreddit. And there's a very, very detailed and long reason for this. And it's basically, I posted twice a video within 48 hours. and no warning, just permabanned. Like F you in the A. And that's it. That's pretty much like, yep, you're banned. So there we go. That's nothing exciting, I'm afraid. I didn't put Goatsy on the front page or anything crazy. I just posted 2 videos in there, one after the other, within the 48-hour time limit. I think I was within by 20 minutes, and that was it. Banned. Done. You're gone, son. In which case I was just a bit like, ugh, does anyone really read the Eve subreddit? Really? Last thing I saw, someone posted it this morning saying, somebody had posted something on the Eve subreddit saying, basically, that if you use AI, you should be banned, which was interesting because I used AI for a long time, and I still do in my Excel videos. So if you've never seen it, I do an Excel series, which is basically me working out Eve Excel stuff, doing very clever sheets. Go check it out if you've never seen it. Go and check the Patreon. You don't have to pay anything. It's just literally a free join up thing, and you can download everything there now. We've made all of the sheets free, so you're entitled to go and download them all and enjoy them. One is like a general I don't know, corp blueprint thing. The other is a market spotting opportunity thing, which we used to basically charge for. We don't anymore. It's free. Go enjoy it. So if you've never seen it before, go enjoy it. You just have to sign up to Discord, and that's completely free. There you go. Advert over, because I hate doing that, but it's interesting how useful they are, because I started to kind of update the one that I use for things like invention and stocking and so on, and it's been really helpful actually, because what it's done is it's basically given me a good understanding of how Exordium market works. That has been really interesting. I'm quite surprised actually how useful that's been. Right, so we keep our eye open now because we are approaching Savala. I see some scary ships. I just hope no one's going to shoot me. I'm sure they won't. It's only a venture in it. Let's see. So yeah, I don't blame Reddit, by the way. When I read the weird message that I got, I genuinely was like, oh, okay, I broke the rules. That's fair enough. But I just thought 20 minutes. And it's so funny because I've been doing some little bits and bobs for CCPFC. And I think they were like, oh, can you go and check this on Reddit? And I'm like, no, no, I can't. And I told them I'd been banned, and I told them exactly what I told you. Uh-oh. Stuff is going. Oh no, I thought stuff was going down. Oh, quite excited then. So it did make me chuckle because I was literally saying to quite senior person in FC, oh no, sorry, I can't go there. don't ask me to go there. I'm afraid I cannot see these wonderful mystical runes that you present to me. I can't see it. And it was, I don't know, I logged in differently. I saw it anyway, but it just made me chuckle. They're quite draconian, aren't they? Like, I'm surprised at that. But then again, it's a funny old thing. Okie dokes, here we go. Let's see if we get blown to pieces. I don't think we will. Right, we got a Blackbird, we got Kestrel. We're fine. We're fine. Totally wish I had a cloaking device though. And we're good. Well, this is the furthest I've been away from Exordium. There you go. So we're almost there. Kiss a go. Which is basically Caldari space, am I right? That's cool. So I've read the comments. Yeah, you might be doing a night ride. Yeah, I don't know. I'm tempted to do a high sec station at some point, but every time I do it, it gets blown up. But I think you'll see in the video we've just talked about today and started to pull together. We were thinking of just building. Yeah, it was a bit anticlimactic that, wasn't it? I thought we were going to get splattered. Anyway, we did talk about putting a couple of stations down, but it's going to be like a corp goal further down the line. And the interesting thing about it is it will be done from a third party, because there's just no point putting a station up, is there? And because it'll be blown up in like a week or two. But that's cool. Like, I don't have an issue with that because I'm a trillionaire. I can fund 1,000 stations in a row. So we'll probably do it with like a one-man corp and take it from there. Right, I'm just going to do a quick check. Intriguing. Right. We're almost there. So we could start our mission. And then we'll see how we go. This one is Fractured Legacy. I think this is a pretty much a mining and hacking one. Didn't bring a hacker. Probably should have. Never mind. Yeah, I think for high sec, you're always better just to have a holding corp. It's just easier, personally. All right, hang on. Right, there we go. So I think, yeah, we'll do that at some point. I quite like a moon miner. I had a moon miner a long time ago. But it's not essential, you know. It's one of those things. It's like, I'm sure if I just sort of ask politely lots of people in this chat, in this corp, in this Discord, hey, have you got a station? Can we come join it? I'm sure they'd love it because they get reprocessing tax as well. So I'm going to guess that it's probably not that difficult to do that. Plus, I mean, I've got to admit, since doing this, I do have a bit of a desire to go into deep space, to nullsec again. So maybe once we've leveled up a bit, a few months down the line, that might be an option. The other one is, and this is one that I am actually really thinking of bankrolling, is a wormhole corp, because that's the one thing I never did. And I think, you know, a trillion ISK splayed liberally into a wormhole, I think is going to it's going to be kind of interesting, isn't it? So I think we'll see. So I'm quite excited to. Here we go, kiss the go. Quite excited to see which way we go, really. There's so many avenues. And I would say that's probably the first thing to really sort of talk about is there's so many different things you could do in this game now. When I first started this game, it was pretty formulaic, I want to say. You know, you either a miner, an industrialist, or a PvPer. That was it. And if you're a PvPer, you would go and rat to earn your ship to go and then lose it in a terrible sort of slideshow fleet battle where you'd be told to, like, you know, do F1 to F12. And then you just sit and basically, you know, you'd just wait to wake up in a clone station, then you come back in an interceptor, and then, you know, you couldn't even jump in. So, you know, this was peak entertainment for the EVE Online experience. Now it's a bit better, I know this, but it is kind of, I guess it's interesting that we find ourselves in a game which is slightly abundant with things to do now. So, you know, you can do an awful lot. That's great. Again, I'm chuckling at that. I think I'm on one screen. I'm seeing like messages that are really late, so apologies. Right, hang on. Bear with me. It seems I accidentally was looking at the wrong stream. That's how stupid I am. Wow. I just literally saw somebody say, what do you call a cheese that isn't yours? Nacho cheese. That's funny. That's funny. Right, let us begin. So, Epic Arc Agent Trent Voidington, or Elias Peloton. You can tell he's got a Peloton. What's the offering? Hello, could use your help. Friend of mine, blah, blah, blah. What does he want? Objector, we need to go undercover as an ore miner, hack their mainframe and steal any data. Okay. I don't have a mining. Start training the mining destroyer skill soon as possible. Okay. Make sure you're aboard a venture fit mine. And I don't have data always. Are they going to give me one? Oh, for flip's sake. Right, train now. Yes, train now. Okay, so let's buy stupid. What was it? A data analyzer, or was it a? I think it was a data. It wasn't Relic, was it? Data analyzer 1. Oh God, we have to go look for it. No, we're good. Right, it's expensive, but I'm just going to buy it. Boom. That's my fault. That is on me. Right, I don't think we need our micro warp drive, so I'm going to leave that there. Fit that. Right, we go. So there you go. Bring a what's it? Analyzer thing. That's a bit of a mess up, wasn't it? Right, let's go and do the first mission. Again, it's intriguing that it's literally it's supposed to be a mining arc, and yet the first thing I'm doing is hacking something. That's a bit odd, isn't it? Oh well. Right, let's. Are these? They're not active, are they? So they're passive now, right? So there we go. Got our HUD set up. Jump, jump, jump. Yeah, wormholes look fun. I'm definitely tempted to go and do something like that. It looks slightly scary, I must admit. Oh wow, it's quite a way. It's quite a way. Perimeter. We are dangerously close to Gitar. I feel its tendrils clawing at me. Oh, I should have fit the micro warp drive. Ah, damn it! Really, I went with the burner that is after. Right. Oh well, too late. Too late. There's a lot of travel in the mission. All right. Noted, good sir. We will fit that when we come back. I just knew I'd mess that up. Ninja Binen. Oh, look, Caldari space. It's all blue and boring and depressing. You can see the vague hint of nicer space behind it. Really, I should go back and get it. It'll still be fun. Okay, right. Well, we're gonna live with the mistake. We may regret this. It's pretty fast. I mean, it's 600. Oh, that's not very fast, is it? Oh man. Let's see how far we get. It's not going well. I'm one of those guys that if you say you've just taken a wrong turning, I'll keep going. I am very bad at this. Do you like the Venture though? I don't think I've ever flown one of these really until this little run. Very nice little ship. Surprisingly nice. Right, let me see if there is a lesser spotted T anywhere. I think she literally has fallen asleep. Like, that is just unbelievable to me because she does this, like, literally. Oh, she might be on a date. Yeah, I'm trying to convince her. I'll be fine. It'll be fine. I know I'm going to regret this. And you will hear me say, damn it, you were right. You were right. Again, I think if you're going to do an epic arc, why have so much travel in it? Like, I don't quite understand why everything's so far apart. Is there a reason for that? Or am I missing it? Like, look how far we've gone. I mean, we're in Ancila. Wow, that's quite a way. We're near Pyrex, interestingly. Yeah, so I'm following in the Discord. Sirius Dane, he does a wonderful sort of daily, sort of update on how he's doing in J Space, and it just it sounds so much fun. Like, genuinely love it. It's kind of the thing I look forward to because it's kind of interesting. I've never really done Wormhole. I've travelled it, but I've never really done much in it. So I'm quite enjoying it. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Warped site. Let's go. And I think it's interesting to kind of hear how I think wormholes were always what I think they originally intended 00 to be. Because I remember when the beta was in, they were saying, oh no, 00 at the moment, it shouldn't have local. There should be no local chat. Only in civilized empire space should you have local, because that's like E-Frontier. That's what they want, right? And I thought that was interesting. All right, hang on. Oh my days. I see. You were right. You were right. It's 51 km away. That's crazy. I managed to add it. Oh my gosh. There's lots of words here. Again, I don't just love mission givers that give you lots of words. All right, you were right. You were absolutely spot on, 100%. Gold-plated, lines under it, fluorescent sign with arrows pointing at it. You were right. This is going to take a bit of time. Apologies for that. Oh God, is it even worse? Oh dear. Now let's talk locations. Nice. Kind of like, again, one of the things I noticed about Exordium, it's very pretty. Like, they really have thought about it. And I think when you sort of look at the game that we all play outside of Exordium, not as nice. It's definitely not as nice. Do you know what? I'm even tempted to see if I can buy A micro warp drive, 5 meganewtons. Micro warp drive, 2. Oh, it's just 2. Oh, it's Jita. Could do it. Have we got anything local here? No. Oh, well. I think we just have to live with our poor decisions. We're almost there. We're almost there. It's fine. It's fine. Let's jump. And I think they've definitely put some thought into Exordium because, like, you warp into a mining belt and there's upwell structures in there. That's kind of simple, really, but nice. I quite like that. I think they have thought it through. But what I guess I didn't like was that tax on all players. Now, there's no way. Right, what do we have to do? I think it's that one. Oh, my good Lord. Oh, okay, phase field. There you go. Never seen one of them. Nice. Welcome, miner. Director Becker. Morocco, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Private comms. Oh, private comms. So am I supposed to mine now? Oh, my days. This could take some time. Right. Let's go to our mining view. What are we mining? So blend in with the crew by depleting the Velspire asteroids. Oh, my good Lord. Literally, it's going to make me mine. Oh, pretty cool, though. Look at that. That I am rather enjoying. I sense a thumbnail opportunity here. Boosh. I'm just going to do that. Sorry. Just because I need the shot. Oh, gosh. There we go. No, almost. Right, there. Print screen. Now set that to window. Boosh. There we go. Job done. Right. Sorry about that. Sorry. But that's pretty cool. I've never actually seen one of these fields before, so that's pretty cool. Do I really have to mine all these Velspire asteroids? Oh, my days. This could take some time. Well, here we go. This is the epic arc. I think what they really mean is time wasting, but let's just do it. Enjoy the visuals. It does look amazing. Like, a genuinely, that's a upwell structure there. That's the Asbel, isn't it? Looks Asbelly to me. That does. Maybe not. Don't know. Yeah, don't know. Maybe not. Oh, I just think it's wonderful. Right, let's go to this one first. So if my memory serves, these are things that you're supposed to do in low sec, these phase shift fields. And they kind of phase into space, real rarey stuff. Is that right? Like I had that in my head. Post in the comments if I got that wrong, but it does feel like that's what it's for. Right, let's see. Good Lord, they're going to make me mine. It's a cruelty. Yeah, I really wish I put that micro on. Like, you think it would be bad, and then it's worse. It's really bad. It is. What's the range on these things? 10. Oh, jeez. Right. At least we get to mine. Boosh. I mean, it does look good. I've got to admit. I mean, mining has always been just shocking in this game. I talk a lot of jive talk about it, but it's just because it is so bad. If you've ever played Elite Dangerous, the mining in that is sublime. You literally set like charges and then blow the flipping thing up. It's just, oh, it's gorgeous. Like, you couldn't ask for a better system, really. It's just excellent. Right, please don't tell me we need to mine all of it. Please don't tell me. I may not make it. Carry on without me. I may not make this. Wow, stutter. Okay, good. No, wrong one. This is good. We've got one down. Oh, it is going to take a while, isn't it? Oh, well, let's continue our conversation then about industry in Exordium, because one of the things that I did all the numbers on it, and I think obviously we've agreed that it's just not there's no point making things in Exordium, but there is definitely money to be made selling things in Exordium. But however, there is obviously quite a caveat to that, which is there's no point seeding it with Tech 2, because why on earth would anyone be using Tech 2 in the new starter zone. So I think that's the problem is it's kind of pointless to put Tech 2 there. You could seed it with name loot Tech 1, but then pointless because then people are getting it and just putting it on the market, undercutting everyone. And then the third one was, oh, hello, this is good. I am supporting this very poor volume of Veldspar rocks. I am a big fan of this. Yeah, I mean, mining's always been a work from home thing. I used to run complexes. I used to do calls, and then I would just quite quietly run a carrier and a dread into a 10-10 complex, and basically just it took me about 2 hours to do it, but the loot was ridiculous. Back in the day, that was about 1 billion a day, maybe a bit more actually, but it was good. You get the odd nightmare blueprint as well. But yeah, Elite Dangerous, I think, does mining better. I think it's got the mining better down. This is just easier. Like Elite Dangerous takes, you have to be like focused and conscious. Conscious. Whereas in this, you can just literally orbit and, look away to another screen for 20 minutes or maybe less. But it gives you the ability, let's say, to, I don't know, it's easier. Oh, this is great. I'm loving this. I am loving this. Again, I can't quite believe that the visuals look great. Like, that is genuinely quite impressive. This is what Eve does well. It does scale really well. Like, I mean, the only other game that does scale like Eve is X4. If you've ever played X3, X1, X2, X3, X4, X Rebirth, those ones, they always have done scale quite well as well. They're pretty good, I must admit, because you'll be in a particular battle with like the Xenon, and like capital ships will be like jumping in, and you'll just be incredible. That I always thought they did a great job with that. And Elite does it well. Whoever was the sound engineer for Elite Dangerous, they're just rocking it. We used to do Elite Dangerous videos. Fun fact, we actually went to the Elite Dangerous kickoff event. It was in the Imperial War Museum, just north of London. It was very good, like very, very, very nice. Food was not great though, but yeah, that was good. It was a nice to go to it. Got free t-shirts and stuff. Right, got one more. Oh, hang on, let's go there. Again, I like the way it's literally only Veldspar. You think it like will give you some good ore here because it's phased in good ore, right? Alas, no. Might give it Elite Dangerous a go at some point, but I think we played it to a point of absolute exhaustion. We got Anacondas, and we just like done. There's about what 4 or 5 of us playing it. It was great, like we enjoyed it, but it just started. Do you know what I noticed about it was so many actions to do the simplest of things. Oh, you want a dock, do you? Right, go on then, dock. And you could do autopilot, but it would literally propel you out the window most of the time. Oh, you want to land on a planet, do you, and drive your little buggy around? Well, here's 20 million operations you have to do. Not great. Yeah, the food was dangerous. It was good. I'm being cynical. But yeah, and trouble came to that. There you go. Fun fact. Fun fact. Again, I've literally no idea where she is. I hope she's okay. There might be like mega date going on right now. There might be like music playing. If you get my meaning, wink, wink. Oh, I don't know what they're saying. They're just saying words. Charlotte Becker. Did anyone read those words? I didn't really read them. How are we doing? So 5 out of 15. Oh, man. Oh, it's going to take some time. But I guess this is the mission, right? This is what we do. I, for some reason, have always struggled with mining. I remember when I first did Macoxit mining, I thought that was brilliant because all of a sudden you literally, there was a risk to doing it. Do you get me? And I thought, that's clever. Like, if you could go into a dangerous cloud and it would kill your mining ship. This is back in the day when we'd mine with literally like battleships, you know. But I even think barges were in the game when we first did deep core mining. Isn't that interesting? Anyway, I don't even think you use a barge now to deep core mine, do you? I have no idea. But I did it for a while, earned good ISK doing it, and then I realized that I hate mining so much that I just ended up. I mean, I lived in 0-0 and I never did anything. I just built Titans and built ships and built this and built that. But I tended to be in the alliance leadership, just doing diplomat nonsense. And I think I got to a point where I don't really remember even doing that much. That's really sad, isn't it? Oh well, we killed Bob. That's all that matters. That was my crowning glory and achievement, was doing away with Bob. And sorry if you're part of Bob, by the way. Oh, so you do it in a barge now. There you go. That's progress, if ever I've heard it. Right, this is good. I'm enjoying this. Right, let's go there. I guess we get a pioneer given to us, don't we? So that's actually really good. So I'm pleased with that. Oh, come on. Can we overheat? Should we overheat? Oh, I can't. I need thermodynamics level 1. Let's just get thermodynamics level 1. Let's overheat this bad boy. Where is thermodynamics? Thermodynamics. Oh, 5 million. Nope. Can't afford that. Jeez, 5 million. Yeah, I don't remember mining that much, to be honest. I think I very early found that you could make in Jita, or near Jita, because I'd buy it, and then disappear off to like where I had my Empire stations. I used to have it in Eskinen. It was about 3, 4, maybe 5 jumps, something like that. And I used to just chug freighters back and forward, like you're talking 5, 6 freighters, just constantly going back and forward. And what I'd do is buy everything in Jita, move it to is it Eskinen? Yeah, Eskinen. And then just make passive targeting systems. Isn't that interesting? Because it was just filled with tritanium and pyrite. And is that a can? Oh, interesting. It was basically the only way to do mineral compression, because mineral compression wasn't in the game back then. So you would then load it into a jump freighter and, you know, in some cases a normal freighter, and basically then, you know, truck down, because then you'd use multiple Titans to bridge the freighters along that line. It was crazy. When I think about, I mean, I was doing this across 15 accounts. And I had the Corp help me, but the reality was it was pretty much me with scouts, with Sino ults, with Titan ults, with carrier ults, with jump freighter ults. I mean, it was ridiculous. And then bridging real freighters, because when we would like build a couple of Titans at the same time, we'd literally bang everything like, you know, 80, 90 billion onto a couple of freighters, and then jump it into, you know, God knows where, really. I think we built them in Z-N. No, it wasn't Z-N. 7UWL, UFTL in Delve. Anyway, I can't remember. We built stuff out all over the map. And it was really crazy, because when I think about it now, wow, what a stupid thing to do, because we were just literally calling to be killed. I think now I'd never do it, because the reality is people are so smart now. Like back in the day, you could be as risk averse as I was being, and rarely, I only got caught once by Nink. If you remember RA, the legend that is Nink, he caught me. He caught one of my carriers just as I was about to jump in the Titan fleet. And he caught me with battleships, and I could have probably saved it. And I decided not to, because I didn't want RA to see that we were actually building Titans, because they would have seen, hang on, this is not normal. There's freighters, there's jump freighters. They would have seen there something was up. So I just sat there and let a cloud of battleships melt my poor Archon to death. Then, you know, years later, or maybe about a year later, I actually joined White Noise Alliance, and I had a chat with him, and I was like, you will never believe what you did and how close you came to getting Titan kills. And obviously I don't think you would have killed them, but it still made me laugh. And it was really cool, because the guy was really nice about it. Like, it was really nice, like genuinely talking to someone who I held a bit of animosity for at the time, because I'm just like, oh man, he killed my capital. But about a year later, I'm literally in the same alliance as him. You know, I don't think White Noise got very far though, if memory serves. Anyway, that was when everything went south. for pretty much every alliance. In fact, every alliance we joined basically died after that. And it wasn't us, just to be clear, we're not Jonas. We didn't join it and then literally the alliance failed. I think it was just because we were joining a lot of alliances that took effort to manage, and they didn't have leadership in them that were that active. I think we had, and it's an interesting problem because I've always thought that a lot of people who lead alliances in this computer game that we play, they have a problem with ego because they want to be Space Emperor Overlord, right? And that's the worst person to be a leader of something. And we're not going to get into politics or anything like that, but you kind of need boring administrators who aren't terribly ego driven to run things. That's always been the case. That's why you have a civil service, right? Because you can't really you can't have politicians who are personalities and popular people. You need to have the people that do the job as being relatively quiet, boring people. So there you go. So that was kind of, I think, why an awful lot of our alliances failed, because they were run by people that were really nice people, but they were about as organized as I am. And so it didn't really work. And I was much more organized back then. I like to think I ran a pretty good court back then. They're talking yada, yada, yada. What's this about? Mordar's Legion, those troops in Eve Vanguard, is that right? Blah, blah, blah. Do I still have to mine rocks? Yes, I do. Oh, there was a Quaif reference. Ah, funny. I do enjoy it when they try and inject humor into scripted scenes. This is not Skyrim, sir. This is not Oblivion. You cannot be amusing. Right, so how have we got? 5 to go. It's taken an hour to get to this point, he says with a warble in his voice. So anyway, I mean, is anyone actually playing EVE Online again with a new character like I'm doing? Because if you're not, let me give you the elevator pitch to do so. And the elevator pitch is as follows. EVE's a great game, but bloody hell, it's annoying at times, isn't it? Well, the early EVE game is a lot more fun. Frigates, shooting things, just orbiting, shooting, doing basic stuff in the game is actually a huge amount of fun. There's not a lot of risk in it. It's quite amusing. And basically early game EVE is, I would say, probably one of the nicer things about it. So this is why I thought, let's give it a go. It all started when I did a Kestrel multi-box mission. I basically put 8 Kestrels into a level 4 mission, and I was just staggered at how flipping good they were and how fun it was, right? So all of a sudden, I'm in a kind of, oh, hello, are we near the communication array? Why is that so far away? That says 81 kilometers, but that's not 81 kilometers. That's random. Am I missing something? Is there a distorted booble around us? Are we in a weird booble? Anyway, so I think basically, yeah, I've genuinely quite enjoyed starting again a little bit. Like, I've got infinite resources on this other character. I've got 14 accounts with characters that can pretty much do everything in the game. And I don't know, it's like starting again just feels fun. So I'm enjoying it. And it's not a gimmick. Like, I've genuinely been sort of worried that people would think we're sort of doing a gimmick here. It's not really a gimmick, because I think anything that gives you an enjoyment of the game has got to be good, right? And I think that's kind of my my feeling with it, is because, you know, I've got to a point where you log on to EVE. Oh, wow, that was weird. Or were we in the booble then? That's cool. I like that. Does time move differently in this weird bubble? Because that was awesome. I really enjoyed that. Let's finish our mining mission. Anyway, so I think that's kind of what I wanted, was just to try. Oh yeah, so I am an Amiga now, but there's a very good reason as to why I've not needed to be Amiga, for the simple fact that corporation management on the alpha is limited to 1. So the maximum the corp could be is 20 people. So, you know, my hope is more than 20 people join. So I had to go to Omega just to do that. But no other reason. I've not needed to do anything else yet at all. So all the science, all the industry, it's all alpha at the moment. But I do have an Amiga clone. So I guess that's the only reason we did it. And so far, I'd say that feels fair. Let's just go to the right one. Veldspar. Good lord. And I think you can. I mean, again, it's a wonderful testament to the game. You can do so much in alpha. I've got to admit. So again, you could do it for free. You literally just come and do the first part of the game for free, and then if you want to upgrade, you can. It's entirely up to you, but you don't need to. Like I actually want to try and stay in frigate as long as possible because I did start. I fit in Algos now, and Algoses are great. I mean, they literally, kick ass. But the difference is it's slower. It's not as fun. Uh, I mean, it packs a punch. It literally it kicks like a mule actually. But I think the problem with that is I feel like I've then lost something. I haven't finished my frigate phase yet. So I think that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep on with the frigate motif. And I think you can actually, like, I still think if you know what you're doing and you're a little bit, that's Scordite. Do I really want Scordite? No, let's go Valdspar. Scordite, really? If you know what you're doing, you can run a frigate quite comfortably in level 2s, I think. I think even level 3s, you got to be a bit careful of the cruisers because they can gang up on you. And I think it then comes down to you just got a speed tank. And you've got to be a bit careful. And yeah, if you've got multi-boxing, blah, 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 it can help. Right, am I supposed to be hacking something here? Because I can see the communication arrays there. Let's see what appends. But I think definitely I'm in the frame of enjoying the game in areas I never did. Like I never did the air career program. I never did this epic arc because why would I? What do I want to pioneer for? And I think that's a problem because I missed out. And so I would recommend if you are looking to rekindle, a love of this fair game, then this is probably the way to do it, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. There we go. But so yeah, post in the comments. Tell me why you are playing again. Is it being, I don't know, early game frigate stuff, or is it just seeing how great Eve looks now? Because I've got to admit, every time they do the graphics in this game, and I've witnessed probably a dozen phases and implements and increases and augmentations to the graphics. Each time you think, God, I don't think it could look any better. It just shows you just like it's good. Like again, I know I read something recently where someone was saying this game looks like a 2020 game, and I was like, does it? I thought it looked quite good, and I felt like, hang on, but and I was looking at something like you see here, thinking that's just got to be someone trolling, right? It doesn't look that bad at all. I think it looks great, but anyway, some people will be different. I mean, I played Star Citizen. Elite Dangerous, these are games that I'd be, say, comparators. Right, hang on, let's focus now. Private comms, go mine the asteroid over there, get as close as that communication relay. We'll do Skipper Rooney. I noticed that man, every time he talks to us, he's not standing very comfortably. I wonder if he's got sciatica. Or maybe he needs a good poop. Who knows? But he's standing very odd. Right, we're going to mine this. And let's just nonchalantly walk up to the ore communication array. And let's just do a wide berth. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. We're just going to go and hack this ore communication array. Nothing to see here, good sir. I saw on those of you that play eFrontier, there's now a week-long mission. You can go and hunt a very difficult NPC. Oh, have I failed now? Oh, I've got to maintain. Hang on. We're failing. There's a week-long mission, basically. You can go and do it. I probably won't be doing it. I have fundamental lasting issues with eFrontier at the moment. I think this cycle was great up until I realized it was a bit problematic. And I realized it was problematic when I realized you couldn't do anything in it. There's nothing to do in eFrontier other than mine. And I think some people have gone to the nth degree on mining in that game to a point where you think to yourself, why do you keep mining? There's nothing to do or build. And you can just see people filling up giant warehouses at their POS structures in the hope that one day they'll add a few more things to go and build. It just makes me cry. So I'm not entirely sure really what there is to do in eFrontier at the moment. So post in the comments, because again, I'll do a video probably this week on it, because I have it marked in my schedule to go and play it. I promised myself I'll log in and play it, because I think my tower must be offline now. But like I just think they got it wrong. And the problem they did when they released this cycle 6 was they didn't have enough modules and things to do in it, and it should have been much bigger and more enjoyable than it was. So there we go. I was quite annoyed at it, actually. I think it was it's very annoying. So yeah, those of you still playing eFrontier, I salute you, good sirs, but I have no idea how you're doing it, honestly. Just a quick reminder, we have Eve skins. It is, if you go to the Discord, you will see, if you scroll up, an outrider that literally looks like Picasso vomited on it. You can come and get that skin. It's a giveaway, free giveaway. Just DM me on Discord, and then I will furnish a skin once the stream ends. There you go. That is I vouchsafe a skin to you. If you want it. Again, it just looks like, to me, it literally looks like, you know, someone has just sloshed paint around. In fact, there's a TikTok style of video, which is a guy that suspends paint pots, many different colors, from a bungee rope above a canvas, and he just spins it and lets it go. That's basically what that looks like. It just looks shocking. So yeah. Let me read the comments. Anyone saying anything interesting? Arcogeology and repressing efficiency, Amiga only. Ah, yes, there you go. Yeah, good point. So yeah, that's a problem. I don't know if I've got those yet, though. Let's have a look. JSpace, new rampant drone fabricator sites. That sounds like fun. I need to get. I need to fly Capitals again. I've got a Nyx that I mean, my best ship in the game is the Nyx. As much as I love the Titans, I do love the Nyx. And I think I missed that ship like the moon misses the sun. And I barely played it. Like, I got it and I put it on a character, and then I just kept it logged off, and I barely have used it. In fact, fun fact, CCP have stripped the fitting from the ship, because motherships changed so fundamentally that it's now completely unfit in deep space. Thanks, CCP. So I have no idea how I'm going to get that back. I'm just going to petition it, I think, and go and say, please move it somewhere. Because they took the fighters off it, they took the tank off it. Literally, there's no fuel in it now, and they did a really weird thing where everything in it was repackaged and sent to the corporate headquarters in, like, I don't know, Eskinen. And I couldn't work out why on earth they did that. Like, I'm still baffled to that. I think things happen when they do upgrades that they maybe don't plan for. And they just think to themselves, we'll solve that in the petition process. And I think that's just how they manage it. But I do love the Nyx, even though the model of the Nyx is too small. It was released way too small, but there we go. Everyone had Wyverns, and I got Wyvern Energy Envy, because the Wyvern's really long. Oh my God, the hell. Seriously, that thing. That's something to be proud of. The ladies love a hell. Oh, thank you, dude. Yeah, I do have a creator code. I keep forgetting I've got that. If it's in the videos, but I'm supposed to talk about it more. But the way I see it is, if you want to go and buy something in the Eve store, do it. You don't need me yammering on about it. Right, what are we going to do? Let's hack the communication. Finally. Like Lieutenant Commander Worf on the bridge of the Enterprise saying to Data, who is in charge, finally. And then Data has to take him to one side and literally bitch slap him down for being insubordinate. I can't remember which one was that. That was Descent Part 1 or Part 2. But oh my days, that was brilliant. In fact, I'm going to tell you a funny story about Michael Dorn, the actor who plays him, and myself and Trouble. There you go. You're about to get that story. Don't let me forget, because it is really cringy, funny, weird. And yeah, don't let me forget. Right, let's hack. Hackety hack. Right, I have got terrible hacking skills. Am I going to struggle with this? I've got like hacking skills of a small child. Oh gosh, it's not going well, is it? Come on, it's got to be here. No. Right, it's not looking good. Let's see if we can get some free stuff. Yeah, nice. I always think the spanners are free. Yay, we did it. Right, again, he's standing weird, isn't he? It's like his pants are too tight or something. I don't know. That's a lot of data. Grab it. Oh, yeah, we got data. There we go. We can comb through it later. Let's get out of here. Right, where do we go? Now we travel 27 million miles back to... That's not bad. That only took 27 years to do. Super carriers, yeah, they were motherships. They literally present... I was in FanFest in Icelandy when they presented the motherships to us. I'm sure of it. I was with my mate Brummy, who is a Brummy, and it's okay to call him Brummy because he is from Birmingham. His name is Brummy, and I've mentioned him before. And me and him went to FanFest, and we sat in a very cold auditorium, and they showed us the super carriers. At least I think they did. Now I'm not so sure I trust my stupid lunatic brain, but I think they did. And they called them motherships because the original intent, again, this take this with a pinch of salt because I don't know if it's true. They said, and I'm sure I remember this, but I was incredibly drunk. They said the idea is players will connect to the ship and fly the fighter for you, right? And I remember thinking, no effing way here. And I just started just shelling coins and weird Icelandic notes out my pockets and throwing them over the balcony at the guy, who was a bit, you know, he was a nice guy, actually. I miss him a lot. Gosh, what was his name? Oh, I forgot. He was the guy that invented all of the Alliance pos fighting, you know, laying pos down. Oh, God, he was brilliant. I can't remember his name. Nathan Richardson, that was his name. Brilliant. Like, I really liked him. He's gone now. He went to go and work, I think, for... I want to say he works for League of Legends now. But he was great. Like, I really enjoyed him as a presenter as well. Anyway, he was the one saying to us, oh yeah, you're going to fly these things. And I was like, no flipping way. I was so excited. And did we get that? Did we? My monkey's uncle shirt. We did not get that. We got F'd in the A. It's still good though. Like, I got to admit, when I saw the video for it, I was just like, oh man, why am I so into this? I remember being sitting there thinking, oh, I'm so into this. This is like brilliant. I mean, like Reykjavik at a computer game, you know, expose. Oh man. Oh, hello. Have we lost? I don't know if we lost the stream there. Just give me a thumbs up if you still are on the stream. I think you all are. I can still see it. My computer did a weird thing then when it basically just went... Ugh. So my computer is basically a really good graphics card and everything else is abysmal, like totally abysmal. Like, I'm sure there's a computer running, I don't know, the Aldi website that is probably 20 million times faster than this. Actually, Aldi's quite a big store in the UK. Do you have Aldi's where you are? We have Aldi's. Right, let us go and... Oh, hello. A lot of people. Where am I now? Erlen. Oh, okay. Cool. But yeah, so I remember just basically being sitting in the audience thinking, I shouldn't be into this as much as I am. Like, what's going on? But it is like every fan fest I've gone to, and I must have been to about 8, 7, maybe 8. Gosh, that's a lot. I enjoyed them, thoroughly enjoyed them. Like, if you've ever been on the fence about going to FanFest, just go. It's brilliant, like genuinely brilliant. Every time I've gone, I've loved it. Everyone's really nice. Like, at that point, I think the first time I went, I was ASCN, and I think we were fighting G Alliance, and I remember getting incredibly drunk with a load of G Alliance pilots, and they were great. Like, it was wonderful. Like, they just kept giving me drinks, and they did ask me for passcodes and POS passwords, but I'm sure that was nothing to worry about. But it was great. Like, genuinely, it was hugely fun, and I think people are really nice. CCP are pretty fun. They're. I mean, again, you have to accept that you're in Iceland, so it's going to be a bit crazy Nordic Viking stuff. And I'll give you a little kind of cultural reference that you might or might not like. But there is a band and Stefan the Almighty, who I think is on. Hey, Stefan. He got me into them, but I can't stop listening to them. But there's an Icelandic band called Ham, Ham, Ham. Just go listen to them, and you will understand Eve developer mentality. Let's just say that. It's all a bit crazy Viking heavy metal stuff, and I'd recommend it. It's just brilliant. Right, let's hand this in. Let's see. We get a pie on the ear. Huzzah. Okay, so before we take the next one, let us look at our pie on the ear. Can I fly it yet? No, I can't. Let us have a quick look at what we're missing. So mining frigate 4, 3. Okay, mining level 4, mining frigate 3, and mining destroyer. I have skill points, probably not enough. I never got my million skill points, by the way. And apparently it's because I can't give them to the same account. So I have 15, 16, whatever it is accounts. I can't give that link to the same account. So if you want my referral for you, then send me, I'm going to get spam now, but send me your referral link and I'll pick one at random and use it for the million skill points because I need them now, obviously, as you can tell. Right, let's have a quick look. So we need mining. Where's mining? Level 4. Right, that's probably the big one, right? Mining level, try that again. Mining frigate 3, I think, is probably not too bad. So let's just do the less difficult one first. So how many skill points is that? Okay, that's fine. So we've got mining level 3. There we go. Destroyer 1 is fine. So it's just mining level 4. There we go. Easy peasy, squeezy lemon squeezy. Mining. There we go. So let's see. Can we just apply skill points? Boosh. There we go. And then we just punch in our... Do we have that one? I thought we'd injected it. Mining destroyer. Oh, that pop-up's annoying. There we go. So apply skill points. Boom. So we can now, and let us all enjoy the little animation that we get. In fact, I'm just going to record this. So let me do bloop. So let's call it HMS Kenneth Clark. Boosh. Built for success, reach for adventure. Love it. There we go. That's the pioneer. Looks nice, right? I think the lawyers from Star Citizen are going to have a little word with Fenris Creations at some point, but that just looks great. There's a ship in Star Citizen that looks exactly the same. Right. Repackage that because that's old school, old news. I mean, we don't need that no more. And let's just boop. Nice. Probably put the data analyzer on. Can we run that? Might we run that? There we go. We'll put that in the cargo hold. What am I supposed to do with that? Right, I need another one of these. Station, go on then. Particle bore, blah, blah, blah. Nice. 3. Goodness me, that's very satisfying. In fact, we'll buy another one of them as well. Why not? Have we got one here? Again, bit pricey, but we are on the clock. Fine, who cares? Boosh. Right, so that is a pretty good pioneer fit. What do we do now? Let's start the next mission. They do look good, don't they? I've got to admit. Right. We will be given a survey, blah, blah, blah. What do we have to do? Better mind, blah, blah, blah. Invested, blah, blah, blah. Oh, just whatever. Again, he doesn't look well, does he? Look at that face. Sweating brow. Like, that's a man who's just eaten very, very suspect Mexican food. Or sushi that's been in the sun. That's not good. Anyway, let us set destination. I think we have a mining survey fit, don't we? I don't think we need that one. So I'm going to roll the dice again. What is our top speed with this bad boy? Again, better. Right, let's go. Round 2, fight. It does look like a railgun. Looks like a mobile railgun. I like it. Look at that. There's none of that kind of nonsense about pollutants on this ship. Like, genuinely, I'm actually quite impressed that they actually have ships that are polluting. Like, that's quite ballsy, isn't it? Anyway, yeah, go listen to Ham. Load it up on your Spotify and listen to Ham. My favourite song is Brekka, which I think means trucking in Icelandic. There you go. And then you will start to understand the mentality of the Icelander. Because they are a wonderful people, but they're basically Vikings. And then it makes you understand CCP games a bit more. This whole thing of, yeah, death's a serious business. It's kind of like, yeah, we want to make a game where, yeah, if you lose your stuff, well, that's you. You've lost it. I mean, name me a game back in the day that did that. No one did that. It was utter madness to do a game where it'd be like, oh, yeah, you lost all your stuff. Sorry. Oh, nice ship. Shame if you were to lose it. Dead. Right, we've got some dudes here in black birds. I wonder what that's about. Jump, jump, jump. So I've got a funny story to tell you while we do this. I have what I believe to be a Chinese AI in email communication with me. We've had almost like 3 exchanges of like pen pal level conversation, and I'm certain they're an AI. So somebody messaged me, they emailed me, and from the channel, and I literally was like, I started reading their email, and I'm like, this is AI. Or then I thought it could be a translated bad translation, but the guy was basically saying they were Chinese but actually living in America, and so they said like this wasn't a translation, but it was just like one wall of text, and I was like, what am I reading here? And I remember as I was reading the email, it just got madder and madder and madder. And it was nothing crazy, by the way, nothing illegal, but it was just the most incredible stream of consciousness I think I've ever seen. And they always say that in life you'll be sort of attracted to incredible minds. I don't mean in a weird kind of trouser way. I mean attracted as in sort of, interested, like, oh, that's an interesting way of thinking. And this person with their emails, each email that's come through, I've been excited to read it because it just gets crazier and crazier. So this guy apparently is the son of a crypto billionaire, which again, that just makes me go, ugh, really? Are you? But are you really? I'm thinking. And, but it's just got crazier and crazier to the point where I'm kind of like, I don't know, I'm excited to get a new email every time. So it's about every 3rd day I get an update. And I reply back because obviously I can't help myself, and it's all very much, very British. But I think obviously they like the videos, which is lovely. Thank you so much. But I can't quite work out what they want. And I'm being polite and civil. And I thought, well, they're just going to link me to some dodgy website, or they're going to try and hack me or something. I couldn't tell what it was. I thought it was a scam at first, but now I think it's just turned into, I kind of need to share this with you. That's what he was basically doing. And he was sharing like ideas around AI. He must have seen some of the AI Excel stuff that we've been doing, because they were talking about AI for trading. So obviously, all trading is driven by AI now, but you could actually use very basic models to do things like that. And don't worry, I'm not selling you something. This, just to be very clear, I'm not selling you something. This is just a really weird conversation. And I think that's kind of what they were trying to do, was just have a dialogue with someone about an interesting concept. But it's just got weirder and weirder. So there you go. I'll share some of it at some point, but it would not be appropriate to do that until I know that it is a wind up or something. Because at the moment, it's a genuine person who's genuinely sharing some of the most crazy stuff I've ever read about like the future of AI, and particularly China and what they're doing. Like, what? And I feel like, am I about to be like, is my door about to be kicked down and like dragged off to some container in some middle of the sea somewhere, I don't know, but it's genuinely been a weird thing. But I thought I'd just share that. Right. He doesn't look well. He really, really is not Looking good. A friend of mine sisters agreed to help us, blah blah blah. Okay. Oh, okay, so we're not mining. I thought we'd just be mining. There you go. I honestly thought wait so a trouser away, yeah. You have to say that. It's like if I say, oh, I was walking in the park and I saw this really pretty girl. You have to quantify that with so many things now, just because you don't want to come across as some sleazy dirtbag. Like Veldspar isotope. Ooh. Oh, my days, I want one of these. I totally want one of those ships. The Odyssey. Good lord, he doesn't look well either. Nice moustache. Brother Jack's Culottes. It's a cool name. Right click. Yes, we know how this works. Boosh. Oh, right click. See scan results window. Right, what we doing? Least dense using your mining surveyor. That should will appear to be the same size as the others but contain less ore. Less ore? I'm not. What am I looking for? Fill the Odysseus cargo with ore from low density asteroids. Well, what's low? I guess that's low density, right? Well, let's just do it. Oh no, that's quite far away. Let's go there. Right. I see you, mining survey. All I can say is thank goodness I've got a Pion ear now, because this thing, much nicer indeed. What's the targeting range of it? 44. There we go. Much better. Wow, you really are in Povo area when you're in the Venture, aren't you? This is like Rolls Royce. Oh, I like that. That's nice. See, I just don't do mining because I forgot that it gives you this little health thing. Right, what's the range of these? 13, 13, 13. Oh, 12, okay. Right, come on. Ba-da-ba-bow. 1, 2, 3. No, bit closer, yeah. So let me tell you another story. So when we went to FanFest for the 3rd time, my brother and Brummy and I went, and we basically went to EFest with the assumption that it would be all about drink and playing Eve. Well, fun fact, it was about a card game. Eve, CCP, sorry, at the time, were working on a card game, which is actually quite fun, I must admit. And we ended up basically getting absolutely drunk off, let's just say, our eyeballs were swimming. And we were playing this card game with some of the developers, and they were just mental. Again, it's this sort of thing where you think we could, I've always thought the British can drink, but good Lord, the Icelanders can drink. And we're just playing a card game, and this guy was trying to explain to the 3 very drunk blokey blokes how a very complicated, like Magic the Gathering style card game for Eve works. And each time he was getting the impression that we were deliberately not getting it. And he was true, we were not. And we would deliberately not get it for the same reason. But oh, it's fun. Like, I got to admit, that was the weirdest, 2 hours of my life, sat in some weird warehouse, freezing my balls off, dressed in like snow boots, drinking beer that can only be described as, let's just say, slightly hoppy. Basically playing a card game. And I just, every so often you'd have a knowing glance with my mate Brummy, and we'd just be laughing like, what are we doing here? It was very weird. That was weird. That was a very strange fan fest for energy, that was, because it was the first time where I realized some people in this game, they really are into it. I've always gone to it thinking, oh gosh, I'm way too much into this game. But I'm going to go all the way across the country, the world, to go and basically sit and talk about a computer game. And then literally I walk out the front door to go and have a smoke. I used to smoke back in the day. Don't smoke because it's bad for you. And this guy was there. We start talking, and I was kind of like, oh, are you enjoying it? And he's like, yeah. And he was really, really shifty with me. And I'm like, I was trying to sort of figure out what his deal was. And the guy was like, oh, do you not know who I am? I was like, oh shit, does he work for CCP? I was about to kind of do my British thing of, oh, I'm terribly sorry, I'm from London, and just be very sort of British. And then he said a player name, which I won't repeat because I might still play the game. And I literally gave the blankest look I've ever given anyone to say, and I remember thinking, oh, wow, like that's a bit embarrassing. Like he was kind of expecting me to just know who this person was. And I felt terrible. It's me being British. I just felt genuinely terrible that I didn't know who he was. And I was just like, oh, great. Nice to see you. Yeah, great. And I walked back inside and I'm like, who the bloody hell's that? And I felt really bad for that. But it turned out this person was huge in the game at the time because they were a bit of a community like special person. And it just made me realize I don't know anything about this game. Like I remember literally watching people in a PvP tournament, and again drunk always because that seemed to be my early life. And I'd just be like, I don't know, like I'd watch them and I'd be like, I have no idea what they're doing. Oh yeah, they're orbiting, they put that on, they got this on, they got that, and I'm like, I didn't even know that module was in the game. I felt bad because I think I've always felt a fraud with this game, always. And I think that's just because there are people, and it's just true in life. If you like any hobby, there will be people out there that just know it better than you. You know, you like golf. I don't know. Your particular golf bat or whatever they call it is of a particular design, and da 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 da. There'll be somebody that'll come to you and go, no, you don't use that because tests show that this and this and that and that. And this design's better, and you'll just be like, what? I bought it. It's expensive. I bought it from the golf shop. The guy said you'll be good. That's the thing. That's the thing. And I think this is how I am with Eve. In fact, it's how I'm like with every game. Like Factorio, the other game that we play on this channel, right? I think I knew that game. And then you start talking to the people that play it, like properly play it. And they'll just be like, oh yeah, no, you don't do that. That's old school. You don't do that. You do this. And I'll just be sort of sat there thinking, wow, like I'm just a fraud. I genuinely have imposter syndrome in everything in my life. Well, there we go. So fun fact. There we go. Fun fact. We are mining in our Pi on the ear. It's a pretty little ship, I must admit. Let's just do some pretty... Oh, hello. Let's turn that off. We don't need that on. Now, I'm maybe wrong. There we go. I was looking for the little bloop, bloop, bloop thing. There we go. They totally got that for me, Frontier, just saying. Same bit of code. I think that's cool. So there we go. I think we're almost halfway there. That's pretty cool. Almost got this rock down. So right, we need to, I guess this is to teach you the mining thing, right? So we've done that one. Let's go to, I think they want the smaller one, don't they? So we'll go do that one next. Where is that one? Oh God, all the way over there. All the way over there. Never mind. So I think, yes, this game is an interesting one because there are some people that really know it and they've been playing. Like, in fact, I think Eve Fest, I want to say number 7, they called 5 people on stage. And this is when Eve had been going for, I don't know, I want to say 20 years, but I want to say 15. And they called 5 people on stage that had stayed subbed since the launch of the game. There was only 5. Maybe there's more, but maybe there were 5 coming to the thing. And they gave them GeForce Titan graphics cards. Like, if you know what that is, that's a good graphics card, particularly back in the day. And I remember obviously now I know that was probably a development card that they just had knocking around that had been burning through lots of calculations, but still cool, right? I mean, that's a wonderful thing to do with your player base. I think they still do it now, actually. I remember seeing the latest FanFest, they did that, but I could be wrong. Right, we're almost done on this rock. We now need to move to a t'other. So I don't think we go with this one. We're going to go to the 100k one. I think the Pioneer is an absolute godsend compared to that Venture as well. There we go. Right, let's go to that one after we burn her on. Nice. Where is our shipperoonie? Is it that thing? Let's have a look at that. This is a beautiful ship. I could just go and buy this from the market now. I didn't buy it when it first came out because obviously I'm not paying stupid money for it, but I could totally... now I look at it, I'm less impressed with it. This is a bit confusing. I don't know if I actually like that as much as I thought I would, but wonderful ship. Do quite like that. I think genuinely the Asteos and the Stratios are my favourite ships. But again, I don't do a lot of exploration, so I think that's the issue. Right, let's head to this one. I'm still not entirely sure what well, we've got plenty of space. Okay, we're good. Let's lock that up. Orbit, orbit, orbit. And let's go. Just a reminder, those of you who want a free skin that literally looks like a Jackson Pollock that's been thrown off the Eiffel Tower with a pot of paint strapped around it, the Outrider, which is the T2 version of this, I am led to believe, I could be wrong, but I think it is. If you want a skin for it, then all you got to do is DM me on Discord and say something humorous like, "Oi, give me a skin" or something. And I'll give you a skin when the stream is over or soon thereafter, because I have 20 of them to give away. There you go. Fun fact. I don't know. In fact, now I think about it, I think I have a saber skin as well. So if you want a saber skin instead or as well, then feel free to have both. I get given them and I don't know what to do with them other than give them away. Just reading the comments. I wish I had gone Caldari a little bit because I do miss the missile boats. But I am actually quite enjoying drone boats again. I've never been a fan of drone boats because I multi-box, or used to. I genuinely am really liking drone combat once again. It's a joy. Good Lord, this is edge of the seat stuff as we laser a rock. See, now I'm going to moan now, but in Elite Dangerous, you'd place charges, you'd crack the rock, you'd then scoop into the ship. Ah, it's great. The only problem with it is, God, it takes a lot of clicks and flying and manual work. This game is much more chill, if that much more chill. Right, let's do a trouble check. So let's just see. No sign of life. This must be one hell of a date. Or she has fallen asleep. Obviously, you hope that everyone is okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I'll probably get a garbled text in about half an hour saying, "Oh, I just woke up. Oh, he's still streaming. Oh." Bless her. Let's have a read. Old Torp animations. Yes, I would love that. If you want to see some of that, go and look for, on my channel, I've got a video called Zor, Pirate King Zor. And this is the original Zor. And you will see some of the best cruise missile. I mean, that's when tachyons had the most incredible sound. I used to literally run ships with just tachyons because I just adored the kind of mega blast light. It reminded me of Babylon 5 when the Narn ships would fire their beam lasers, but the tachyon just sounded incredible. I'm gonna have to go and watch it after this because it just reminds me how good it was. They changed it, and I guess they changed it because, I don't know, just it was a bit crazy, but I just think it sounded like no other space laser I've ever heard. It made me go laser, like literally it's that good. I just decided I want to run these on everything. I used to run Armageddons and Apocalypses with just tachyons, squeezing in as many as I could because they were such a killer. But oh, the sound was so good. Sound design is such an important thing in games now, because I think Eve has genuinely done that quite well. But I would say the one of the things that I think Elite Dangerous has on every other space game is their sound. So I'll give you an example. So I played Elite Dangerous. Oh, I should start recording. There we go. I played Elite Dangerous with the VR set. I have a VR, an old, Steam VR, whatever called, HTC thing. And I remember landing on the planet, getting into the little buggy, scooting around, and it was fun doing donuts and all that. And then I just literally stopped and the thing just ground to a halt. And it was that realization that I could hear the crunching of the gravel through the tires. And I genuinely was blown away with how good that sort of sound experience was. And when you do stuff like that, you realize, yes, this is like premium. And I think Eve is good, but I don't think they've got the same feel anymore. It's quite good, but it's not peak. And I don't know why they've lost a little bit there. It doesn't feel as good anymore. But it is still great, don't get me wrong, but it's not the best. And I think that was something I did notice, like particularly with Eve Frontier, is the sound design in that is actually very good as well. And there's some really quite creepy moments in that. But again, I would say that just there's something not quite there with it. So I think they've definitely lost something. But it is still good. I'm not pooping upon it. I guess I'm just saying it's good. It is pretty good. Right, we're almost done with this. Let's go and see. We need to go and drop the ore into the Odysseus once we have done this. We need 4,000 units. Just a reminder, we have a corp. Please join the corp if you're interested in joining the corp. We have some people joining the corp. Hello. You can join in 20. Oh, there we go. So we are only able to manage 20 members. There we go. Knew that would hit at some point. So let's just add some more. No, we do. So let me go and update. One moment. How do you update? Edit details. Update with Moss Skills 60. There we go. So back to administration. Invite to corp. Invite to corp. You can join. Dead Bird Walking Hema. You can join in 24 hours once you remove your roles. If you already have, your status period is currently live. I will close that tab. Yeah, if you want to join, please do join. If you want to make an ISK donation, whoa, some people are amazing. Jesus, did somebody really do that? I was kind of joking, my friends. Like, thank you. That's huge. Rest assured, all of that is going to be going to projects. That's amazing. Thank you so much. I was going to say, if you want to donate to the corp, don't do it to me because I'm doing my challenge. But if you want to donate to the corp, feel free. Because what we're going to do with that is put all of it basically back to the corp. So we will have projects. So we're going to have a whole range of projects where people can oh, it's finished. Hang on. People can basically go and mine and basically just start the game and not have to earn 5,000 ISK per kill. You could get 100,000 ISK per kill, which is going to help a huge amount more. So please do join. Think of it as wealth distribution. It is a wonderful, wonderful thing. Right, I need to find my Odysseus. Where is my Odysseus? Targets. Nope. Where's my Odysseus? There he is. Letters, micro warp drive. Thank you so much. I will find who did. In fact, let's do that now. Transactions. You are a star. Virin, good lord. There are titans amongst men and women. I have to be very clear on that. Who are just amazing. And that is a hugely kind thing that you've done. Thank you so much. We will be distributing that and making new players' lives very easy because of that. So thank you so much, Virin. We will commemorate you in the video. We're going to give you an extra special shout out. You've got that to look forward to. You will see some nonsense coming your way. I'm going to do a thing. In fact, I'm going to screenshot that. Let me make sure I don't lose that. You are awesome. We love you so much. Because the reason this is really helpful is it just makes life a lot easier for the early game. Oh, wow, we're going completely the wrong direction. Hang on. Tell you what, I don't know if yammer, don't I? God, how do you listen to me yammer on when you watch me go in the wrong direction for 20 million miles? Apologies. I seem to make things more difficult for myself. So yeah, we're doing a sort of formal space wealth redistribution process in this. I am going to put obviously money from Pyrex in here as well, because I kind of like the thought that we have like 20 projects. So if you want to go explore, then everything that you scan down, maybe that gives you like 200k or something like that. I mean, that's great, right? That's what you want. And I just think, you know, when and I do want the corp to be something that, you know, new players genuinely can use to do the challenge with us. I mean, it doesn't make the challenge, I guess, it makes the challenge a bit easy for me, but I'm not doing a lot of that at the moment. So maybe I put whatever I get back in. But either way, I think it's just an incredibly easy, wonderful, lovely thing to do. So thank you so much. Right, let's go and dump this ore. And I think let's see where that takes us. I'm not entirely sure what this mission gives us. I think it was just let's claim that. I think it just gives us Iskaruni's, yeah, Fractured Legacy. What do we get from this one? Oh, it's just, I mean, each of these is just a transition from one state to the next, really, isn't it? I mean, we've got given a free Pioneer. I mean, we can't really complain of that, can we? I tell you what, the micro warp drive helps a huge amount, so that is wunderbar. Right, switch that off, stop. Let's just dump that into Odyssey. Hooray! Analyzing now. Is he going to jump away? That'd be cool. Oh no, they're not. Why do I keep thinking they're capitals or something? Yeah, I honestly, I think I need to be on a quota in this game. I don't know if you're talking to me, but I do think we need a quota. Oh wow, there we go. That's cool. He just warped into an asteroid. He's dead now. He didn't make it. Strange indeed. Or would you play blah, blah, blah. Okay, so something's happened and we have to figure out what's happened. Brother Jack, with his fine mustache, is talking to poor Agent Elias, who has definitely eaten something wrong. I think it'd be funny that every single portrait we see gets progressively worse and worse to the point where he's literally just then on like a hospital bed. Don't eat the veal. It reminds me a bit of the story that we told in the last stream about the horse sausage that we ate in Paris. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's an incentive to go watch that stream, because Trouble and I talk about the time we ate a horse sausage in Paris and it almost made us physically sick. I guess I've kind of just told you the story, so you don't even need to go and watch the stream. There you go. Fun fact. I should have thought that through. Right, let's head back to this poor chap. We'll probably pick him up some Bicidol as we pass. Some Tums settlers. That's what we have in the UK for when your tummy is not quite right, because this guy is not well. Thank you for the 1 ISK donation. You are a star. Again, I should just point out, I'm not asking for donations. Please don't feel that you have to do it. My God, no. That this corp is going to be fine. It's just that it just helps people. Like, I can't stress that enough. It will help people. We're just going to set up a load of corp projects just to help people with that. Now, you can't put new stations in the new region. For the obvious reason. I think that'd be spammed a bit. I think the interesting problem I have with Exordium is, I think, a problem of laziness from the developers. Let me explain why. Because they could have found a way. Well, no, maybe it's not laziness. Maybe I'm being harsh. But they could have found a way to make it so that you could do invention, production, etc., in a part of space that no one else could get to. And maybe that's what they should have done. They should have made it that not everyone can get there. And you start there and then you leave there. I thought that's what it was. It was a starting area that you left. And it turns out it's not. It's just safe space. It's just an area of space that if you want to, you could live in and play very happily, knowing you'll never be ganked because you can't switch your safeties off there, which, yeah, that's fine, right? I mean, that's part of the game, right? So I think that's okay. I think I'd rather they just did a system that after 2 million skill points, you leave. You know, you wake up the next time you log in and you're not there anymore. But the thing is, with all systems, they're so easy to manipulate. And that's the problem. And no, and to be clear, the corp location won't be in Exordium. No, it won't. We've got a station in there at the moment, and I've already forgotten where it is. Let's have a look. Offices, corporate contacts, my corporation, orifices. There we go. Tiberius or Tiberius, the president station, no less. They have very, very nice toilet paper there. And a man, they've got a toilet guy. Do you know what a toilet guy is? Is that a thing? So in London, right, every single restaurant, every single bar you go to, and to a degree now, some pubs have a toilet guy. What's a toilet guy? I hear you cry. Well, a toilet guy is an attendant who stands there and basically just watches you wash your hands, and then you got to pay him £1. Now it's like £3. It's ridiculous. And if you want, you can buy like some fragrance from them. The ladies have a toilet lady, and the men have a toilet guy. And every so often, he might turn the tap on for you, and then you got to pay him another 50p or £1. It's a bit crazy, isn't it? And I always think of that. But yeah, so, you know, President Station is where we're based at, and we don't have a toilet guy there, so you're all right. Right, let's dock and let's see what Blokio wants us to do now. So I think probably what we're going to do is we're going to have offices in all the hubs, just to keep it simple as possible, really, and we'll have some form of invention. I think there'll be some sort of corporate office with some sort of facilities in the various hubs, and I'm thinking Jita, so we'll probably do it in Karama because that's where I've got CEO at the moment. But we'll also do things like Amar, Heck, and Dodixie, just so we've got all the major hubs referenced. So yeah, I think that's probably what we'll do there. Yeah, no toilet guy. Sorry about that. Yeah, toilet guys earn a lot of money. Seriously, like I remember walking into a toilet guy in there's a club in the UK called Stringfellows, and you probably, unless you really know English culture, you won't know what Stringfellows is, because it was run by a guy called Peter Stringfellow, who was once in a band in the 80s, who then went and made a load of gentleman clubs in London and all around the world. Actually, Peter Stringfellow, he's dead now. But he was a very interesting character. Oh, people joining, let me add them. Is a very interesting character, I must admit. He was quite a gent, bit weird. But he used to have these. I mean, some of them were a bit seedy, I'll be honest with you. But anyway, long story short, he basically had a place up Tottenham Court Road in the old London, London, and I remember going to it a couple of times for work, I should point out, and we used to take clients there. And I'm not proud of that fact, but the deal is usually done when they're drunk, I'm afraid. And then good blackmail material is usually captured as well, but I can't say that. But I can say that because I don't work for them anymore. Anyway, and we would basically go and ply them with drink. Like, my life was Mad Men. If you've ever seen the show Mad Men, that's me in London basically, but not as good looking. So, sort of slightly more sweaty. But anyway, long story short, it was interesting because they were the first time I came across toilet guys, and they got paid a fortune. And I watched a client tip him £50 note. £50. This is like 20 years ago. £50. I'd never seen so much money. And literally this guy was like, there you go, mate. And he just he did this cool thing where he sort of folded it in his hand, and he kind of just sort of shook the guy's hand and just gave him the 50. And I was like, that's the most money I've ever seen given freely, and yet it is also incredibly cool what I just witnessed. But there we go. Right, all this whiffle waffle. Let us do a quick check. So we have got some rewards. That's great. We should also have, I think, some... Oh no, I think that's it. Oh, we've got a mining yield. Very nice. Let's just unlock the next level. So we could complete that mission. Boom. Lovely. Wow, did we get 6 million credits for that? That's pretty good. Right, what's the next mission? Mobile phase anchor. That looks frighteningly awesome. So let's start it. We may not finish it because obviously it's getting late, but let's just go. So We have to go to Hardmode. Do we need to bring anything? Probably not. Let's go. Should really use my booster. I'll put the booster in the thing. Oh, do we have anything in the mining hold? I'm not sure. Let's boom along. Boosh. Nice. Right, I'm just going to do a welfare check on T. Nothing, like messages not being read. I'm just going to type, you okay? Question mark. Like, they're all right. We'll have to do a welfare check at some point. That's pretty good. 6 million credits just to do that. That is utterly unbelievable. I'm quietly amazed at that. Just a reminder, if you're joining, join Squad B Squad B Gaming in channel in game if you want. You don't have to be part of the corp, you can just join it. We do a bit of coordination there, so if you want to join, Squad B Gaming is the channel. I see some people in the corp who are not in Squad B Gaming. Join. Oh, hello. Gosh, that's got busy. Look at all that. Look at all the avalanches. Goodness me, that's a lot of avalanches. What does an avalanche do? Remind me. I used to have one, but I've completely forgotten what they do. I'm going to have to look that up now. I can't remember the avalanche. It's a ship carrier, right? Avalanche. Avalanche. Ships. What you do. Oh, is it a freighter? Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. It's the freighter with a skyhook thing. Ship infrastructure? What does this ship do? I had one as well, and I just don't remember it. Post in the comments what on earth an avalanche does. Is it the? It's not the bowhead, is it? Oh, PI freighter. There we go. Thank you. It's a PI freighter. That's right. Looks pretty cool. It did look good. I remember seeing one on the ground in Eve Vanguard, looking up and watching that. Oh, was that a squall? Maybe it's a squall, actually. I'm talking jibber jabber. Never mind. There might have been an avalanche. It was huge. Like, again, skybox stuff. It looked pretty good. Again, I've come to a mission with no real understanding of what I'm supposed to be doing with it, other than mining and a little bit of hacking. There we go. I mean, I've got my free pioneer. Maybe I should. Yeah, what is the skyhook stuff? So the skyhook is how you do. Gosh, it shows you how inept I am now. There's no moon mining anymore, is there? The skyhook is what you use to. No, it's not, is it? What does skyhook do? Is it just a way to get PI off the planet? Is that it? In which case, what's the Mercs thing? Oh, do you know what? There's so much that they added that I don't really understand. Like they added the boarding torpedo thing, which made me think, here we go. We're finally going to get boarding action in Eve Vanguard or something. Oh, yes, the story about, oh my gosh, yes. Right, yes. What we'll do, where are we on time? We're getting close to maybe the end. Let's see where we go on this mission. Don't let me end the stream before I tell you the story about Michael Dawn. We met him, basically. So I'll start telling it. Basically, there was the Star Trek convention came to the London Excel Centre. And we're talking, I mean, it's one of the very first series of videos I did for YouTube, just to give you an idea. And yes, if you go look in the back catalogue, you will see there's about 3 or 4 videos that I did. I think I might even be in 1 or 2 of them. I can't remember, but yeah, Trevor and I did that. Oh, I should have read that. Hang on. Let's see. What did he want? Toilet guy. Love it. He's our toilet guy. Remember, you gotta be tipped. That's where you get your revenue from. The origin point of that explosion that killed Snai is just through there. If you're ready, right? Yes. Let us do this. Let's go and have a Billy Butchers. Now, I'm not in a warship. I wonder if this guy who's got obvious food poisoning knows this. Well, let's see. So we went to the Excel Center because it was a Star Trek convention, and it had all the captains there. I've even got the book somewhere. It was like all the captains. You had William Shatner, you had Picard, you had Scott Bakula, and you had Janeway, and you had Cisco. Was Cisco there? Yeah, I think he was. And then you also had lots of other characters, of which Michael Dorn, and Data, and people like that. Upwell Consortium, Upwell Structure, blah, blah, blah. Get close to that Upwell structure and pull whatever answers I can. Some of the debris is blocking your way. There are proximity mines. Now, there used to be proximity mines in this game. There you go. Let's see. Some of the debris is blocking your way. Proximity mines. So you get too close. Use your mine layers to remove asteroids and clear a safe path. Ugh, really? Rubble. Right, let's do it. Let's do it. We're committed. Anyway, so we got there. We'd never been to a Star Trek convention before. We did it more of a, as we would say in the UK, a good wheeze, because it sounded like a bit of fun. And again, it was our kind of slightly, we didn't take it terribly seriously, and we should have, because my goodness, everyone there took it incredibly seriously. They had like folders with photos, like, you know, character shots, and they would pay serious money to line up and stand and basically meet their, you know, favorite idol from the show. And we're there literally like, what's going on? Like walking around like idiots. In fact, funny story. Next door to this Star Trek convention was a security systems expose going on, and we were like, we totally want to come and have a look at that. So we actually just disappeared into that for a while. We snuck in and we started looking around. This is like back in the day before no one had ever heard of drones. There were drones there. There was like crazy high level tech, and it was all kind of being shown by, you know, people in tweed suits and pinstripe suits, and it was very weird. They spotted that we don't belong very early on. But anyway, we basically ended up walking around, not sure what to do. And we thought, well, we should maybe get an autograph, right? So we walked up to Michael Dorn, the table, and because he didn't have a queue, and I feel bad saying that, but because, you know, he was obviously very popular, but we didn't know, you know, we didn't know who to go for, and he was the nearest one. So we walked up to him. And we just stood talking to him for about 5 minutes. And we noticed he was getting ever so shifty with us. And we couldn't work out why. Turned out he was waiting for us to give him a mugshot, pay him money, sign it, and then F off. And we were stood there talking about, so are you doing any acting nowadays? And we were just literally having a conversation with him. And he clocked so early on that we were not serious convention fans. Like, we talked about Star Trek, but we did it from a point of view that you could see totally. We were like, we didn't know what we were doing. And he was playing along and it was lovely. In the end, he went to his notebook and ripped out a piece of A5 note lined paper and signed it and gave it to us just because we had paid actual, like, you know, £5 for an autograph. And I think everything about it was just so cringy and embarrassing. And as we walked away, we were kind of looking at each other going, that was really nice. That was a really nice exchange there. And then we looked around at everyone else and they were horrified at what we had done. I think they thought we were taking the piss. And of course we weren't. We were absolutely not. So there you go. That's the story. Right, hang on. Am I supposed to... Right, hang on. Woo. Right, so we're trying to get to there. There's a mine there. I guess we need to mine that one. I don't know if we do. Do you know what? I feel stupid doing that, but let's just mine it. So there we go. It was the most ridiculous, embarrassing moment in certainly, I'm sure, his life. But the fact that he played along with it was actually quite amusing, because you could just tell. Because like he was expecting us to sort of say that in episode 3, when you talked about this and the Klingon Bath, like we didn't. We were just like, have you done any Shakespeare? You know, and we were like talking about stuff that I think he probably wanted to do, and we were just talking like, oh yeah, we saw a really good Macbeth like few months ago. You know, have you ever thought of doing Macbeth? And I think he thought probably we were taking the piss. So There we go. And we weren't. Absolutely we weren't. Because literally Patrick Stewart was there, Captain Picard, and he is from the RSC. And I've seen him in Hamlet, and I've seen him in loads of RSC productions. And it just blows my mind, really, that, he's also Jean-Luc Picard. There you go. That was a very rambly story. Right, up. What are we trying to do? We've got our own toilet guy now. Again, every good place needs a toilet guy. Just a reminder, so again, if you would like a skin, free skin, we have the Outrider or the Saber. Oh, is that? Did that not finish? Oh, there we go. We have the Outlier and the Saber. All you got to do is DM me on Discord, because that's the easiest way to give you a string of words or letters. And then you just put it in the Eve store, I think. I don't know, to be honest. So yeah, there you go. And I think it's the Outrider and the Saber I've got. So you can pick one or the other, or you can have both. It's entirely up to you. I've got 20 of them to give away. Fun times. Right, I'm confused at this mission. So we're trying to get there. Oh, hang on. I think I can see how maybe we're supposed to do that. There we go. So if I go this way, am I going to have issues? There's a mine there, but we're not going to go near that. I can't see any mine there. Where is this? Where is it? I almost feel like I can't see. Oh, there it is. Right. So what rock? Can't really do that one because there's a mine there. Ugh, let's just see if we can get there. If we get blown out, we get blown out. I think we're just, I can see the little kind of activation range. I think we just need to, what do we need to do? Reach the structure, blah, 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 avoiding proximity mines. Yeah, I think we're going to miss that one. Oh, I think we're crystal golden goose. Lovely. Nope. Nope. Won't let me get near that. Nope. There we go. We have made it. Now what? Hold on, there's a ship warping in. Uh-oh. Spaghetto. I don't see a ship. Donde está el ship? There he is. Oh, it's Director Becker. Oh, they're in an Outrider. There you go. But the skin we've got is way worse than that. Trust me, recovering that day is the last thing Samuel would have wanted. We're here for the truth. You can't handle the truth. Do we have to run? Honor a sacrifice. Destroy that structure. And how would we be doing this? Hack the structure to either transmit the data or destroy all evidence. What are we supposed to do? Oh, let's just transmit the data. That sounds fun. Right, hack. I like that we get a choice. That's pretty cool. Boom. Did we get anything from that? Yes, we did. I hope you can live with what you've done. Yes, I can. Upwards, blah, 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 blah. Grab the proof of transmission and warp out of there. Okie dokie. Don't need to tell me twice. So, fun fact, there used to be proximity mines in this game that you could use, buy, and deploy. And they were utterly useless. And they always have been. There you go. I've got like 12 blueprints of them that you can't buy anymore. I probably should sell them. Fun times. So there we go. I think we'll head back. Let's start to maybe wrap things up. So join the Corp if you are starting this Zero ISK challenge. Again, it's a fun thing to do. I would say if you do enjoy Eve on the Line, then do consider trying a new character. I just created a new account a brand new account and then just created the new alt on that. I used a reference code that didn't work, but I would recommend you do that. And basically what you can then do is get like 2 million skill points, I think, something like that. It's a good thing to do. Anyway, I think you will be amazed at how fun the first series is. Oh, I didn't need to mine all that rubble. Oh, now you tell me. Now you tell me. It's typical. But I think now is definitely the time to give it a go, because you'll be amazed. Does it matter what branch you choose to join? No branch. You could just join the corp and do whatever you like. It is a open corp. We will do projects so people can earn cash money, which is the whole point of Corp Wallet, I guess, is to keep people funded. You could do whatever you want. You can mine, you can rat, you can trade, invent, do whatever you like. It's just a corp, really. We're not gonna. There's probably more authoritarian structures out there. We are not one of them, so you can relax. Let's see. I think ultimate goal for the corp will be a structure, like a moon miner. That'd be kind of fun. I think we will look to do something in wormhole space and probably nullsec. I will reach out to old dear friends who probably don't play the game anymore, but if they do, then I'll see if we can secure some access somewhere. But I think it won't be difficult to find someone who is interested in that, so that'll be good. But otherwise, yeah, I think it's a bit of a project. I think I needed to do it, I think, in my own mind, because I was starting to get to the point where I was just running out of things to do as a sort of trillionaire. But I just genuinely think it's kind of fun to try something a bit different. Like everything, I mean, how many times I've started Factorio from scratch, and every cycle run through, it takes days, weeks, months even, but you learn something new doing it. And I think this is the same with Eve. But the difference, the reason we don't do that is because the game penalizes you if you don't have the money or the skill points. Not necessarily, I think, now. I think you have the ability to maybe transfer some of that. And I think, honestly, you can do, I don't know, you'll find it fun. Like, genuinely, I've enjoyed playing Eve more in the last few days or week of doing this than I have in years of playing it. And I think that is surely a marker. That's a good sign, I think. But there we go. So yeah, final call. Join the final call for the stream. Join the corp. You're still in stasis. You are in. Come join the corp. What are we up to now? Let's see. Edit dear 21. There we go. Boom. Lovely. Keep joining. I say we're going to use it as a place to chill. We'll do some ops. We'll do some fleets. We'll go and do some silly lost fleets. We'll go and do some low sec stuff. We're just going to do everything, because I think the whole point of this is let's experience the game starting from scratch and see how it feels. Now, Elias, how you feeling? Look, you don't look well, my friend. You look as if you're really not sure if that is a danger fart or not. We've all been there. We've all not been sure if that's a wise time to maybe do that. But anyway, ka-ching. And we got a mobile phase and core, which just looks incredible. Like, what does that do? I guess it fits onto a, what you call it? Oh, wow. Look, it's got a user manual. No way. That is epic. Absolutely love that. Oh my God, I'm going to enjoy trying that at some point in the game. Right, there we go. Let's end the stream there. I hope you've all enjoyed that. Again, subscribe, do all that usual stuff. Join the corp. If you want to donate some ISK, sometime later is the corp. And that's it, really. Yeah, and if you want a free skin, then DM me on Discord, and it will be an alpha corp. I'm not sure what that is. What's an alpha corp? Oh, anyone can join, just to be clear on that. There's no limitation. I think the whole point of it is just to get people playing the game. Oh, I guess you've joined. Right, there we go. Let me now cut. Let's just do a final Trub update. Yep, no update whatsoever. So I'm probably going to have to go and do a welfare check tomorrow, but there we go. Right, let me just do this and we will end with a little video. So let's go to, right, hang on. Again, seamless. Seamless.